One of the major projects that the students have been undertaking in the last few weeks have been insect collections, particularly with a focus on the type of insects that we found here. I've had about 4 different work days dedicated to going out after school and catching all that we can. We spent one day in class catching just a bug or two apiece and then observing them closely. And then the focus of the project is much more broad. So you can see there's some of our equipment there, borrowed from EKU, courtesy of Miss Ramsey's Connections. And some of the other paraphernalia there, kill jars and capturing jars. There's the plaster from the footprint casting, which we carried out with us many times. So you can see, this is my grading station. It's a little bit of a mess, but as you can see, some of these turned out really nicely. Complete with scientific names and the orders. We didn't study the orders in depth, but we did discuss them on multiple occasions and the purpose for them. And so some students were more effective at making the connection than others. As you can see here, this student divided insects according to order very clearly. You have your beetles, Coleoptera, including a larval stage there. You have the moths and butterflies, complete with some caterpillars, sort of show the different stages. And we have some from the bee family, a few different specimens, carpenter bee and wasps. Some spiders, which we also discussed, not actually being insects, but we collected them because they're here. Very much part of the ecosystem. Grasshoppers, crickets, Orthoptera. So, this project will be done in the fall next year, which will be very interesting to see, as it will be a different crop of insects. Oh, and this was left out. One of the students wanted to dissect a bumblebee that we had caught. And so during planning period, we got out this dissection scope and cut open and did a little looking on the internet to find a key to find out what we would be looking at. Got to dissect one of these. And it was really neat. We found all sorts of really neat things. Found the stinger, found the different muscles that move the different parts of the bee, found some of the nerves in the brain that run from the eye, things like that. And it was really a good experience. This board is the mounting board that we did in class. These are nearly all different specimens that we found the day that we went out and studied individual bugs in depth, in closer observation. And then we mounted quite a few of these in class just to give demonstration. Probably, I would say, between 4 periods, just about all these were mounted in class to demonstrate the different way you handle butterflies when their wings close out the moths. And, oh, there's a moth, big moth. And smaller insects like this, you can use other pins to steady them so that you can mount them, even though they have very tiny little thoraxes, thoraces, whatever. And some were brought from home. That was a student brought that one in the very early days of the bug collection of the unit. So that was the demonstration board. And as you can see, there's no really good way to store bug collections. They are all over, and since I've been grading them, they've been pulled out from their various nooks and crannies where they had been stowed. So, lesson to be learned for next year. If you're going to do bug collections, do them a safe distance away in the curriculum from leaf collections. At least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because when these were both coming in, overlaps, students were turning in some of the leaf collections late, and then some of the early students were bringing in bug collections. Got to be quite chaotic on this back table, because the leaf collections would stay in 1, 2, 3 relatively controllable piles, but the bug collections don't stack very well. So, lesson to be learned from our school guard in Kentucky. Yay.